everybody. I am here today with a kind of a out with the old, in with the new glue book. Since it's coming up the end of the year, I've been working this last week in my Big Random glue book, and I think I've got pretty much quote unquote done with every page. Well, I'm gonna say I'm done because I'm gonna put this up on the shelf and be done with it. And for 2025, I'm playing around with a glue book treasure hunt. I've got to dig around into that a little bit more, scavenger hunt type thing. If I do that, I'll do a glue book with it. Excuse me, as my general glue book, the random glue book or whatever. But I'm also going to do another 2025 glue book. But this one is basically 2024. As you may or may not know, I started it earlier this year to kind of give me something low-key to do while going through treatment and all that for a cancer diagnosis. All that is said and done, and I'm done with treatment, and no evidence of disease, and so I'm moving on from that. So I just kind of wanted to do a little flip through. I'm not going to say much about this, mainly because there's not really much to say about it. Let me make sure I'm in screen with you guys. Yep. But I wanted to flip through and kind of show you the quote unquote final pages. There's a lot of words throughout this one, like inspirational words, things like that. I had to add that for 2024. You know, I just had to. But anyways, oh, the world we live in. Anyways, there's a lot of inspirational quotes and motivational sayings and things like that. Obviously, some of the pages make no sense. Some of them I did kind of more of a collage glue book than just a random glue book. Kind of, coordinated some of the pages. Some of them I didn't add anything but that page. I just thought that was a really pretty page, so I left it as is. Some of them feel a little unfinished still, but as of right now, I'm okay with that. I'm kind of ready to be done with this. I can continue to add more and more and more, but I'm pretty pleased with it as a whole. Did I get all that? Yep. So I'm gonna be kind of done with it. My next glue book, and I'll get it started here with you guys. Again, out with the old, in with the new. Some of them make absolutely no sense, but sometimes collage is just putting stuff down and having fun with it. Sometimes collage is a collection of things. And again, sometimes there's absolutely no sense to it, no rhyme or reason. I enjoyed doing this. This was my first glue book. Of course, collage is my heart, is my medium. So I felt really at ease getting into this and getting started with this. And for those of you who may or may not know, when I started this, I went through and I did backgrounds on every page because I didn't want to start out with a blank page. I wanted to be able to have some sort of background to get started, to get me started and just kind of go with it. So that was my first move. This is a composition notebook. I don't know if that's obvious or not, but it's a composition notebook, and I didn't tear out any pages. And I didn't glue any pages together. I just glued backgrounds on each page, and then just kind of went with it. I don't know that I have a favorite page. I do have some least favorite pages. This is one of my favorite pages. I don't know why. It just really feels good to me. But some pages I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But some pages I had a lot of fun with, so I like this page too. The colors just kind of go. Like I said, as an overall book, I'm pretty pleased with it. Like I said, I'm not going to do another random one like this right now. I'm going to tackle and try to figure out the scavenger hunt glue book, and then I've got another. This is one of my favorite ones as well. Just the colors and everything just kind of really went with it. I kind of like this one as well. I like this one as well. Balances everything. It's got the Lady Justice here, and then it's got Ruth Ginsburg there. I'm a Libra, so balance is everything to me. I thought that was cute. Little nose, the little butterfly with the turtle nose dive. Of course, I like this one with the Wonder Woman. And that is it for 2024. Again, I'm going to kind of put this on a shelf and be done with it. And it's heavy and it's chunky, and I like it a lot. But I'm going to move on to something else. My main 2025 journal, glue book journal, aside from the scavenger hunt one, is going to be food and drink. I saw this composition book the other day at Walmart, and I was like, okay, well, that is the perfect one, the perfect cover for a food and drink glue book. So we have a food and drink glue book. It's a composition book, 80 pages. I don't know. I hadn't looked at it, but I will start by doing backgrounds on everybody and go from there. But what I wanted to do with you guys was probably won't do any kind of page. We might dig through in the page and see if we can do some. But I wanted to do really big food and drink on this, and I think I didn't realize I wanted to do fussy cut food and drink, but I think I kind of want to do like a fussy cut it out. Otherwise, it's going to be all very black and white on the front, and I don't necessarily want that. So this way it'll be, oh yeah. So you'll just have to bear with me while I fussy cut. And we're going to cut the inside out as well. Again, I don't want it to be, I want the cover to shine through. For sure. Hopefully it'll all fit. I might have to make my drink, the word drink, a little smaller. I have big letters and little letters. In the next few days, I'll be doing a kind of a state of the studio type video for you. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know if I'll be working in a glue book or I'll be working on ephemera or what I'll be doing. But I'll do some sort of state of the studio. It's been a little while since I've done one of those. It's probably been at least 6 months or so. Like I said, this year was really kind of wonky for me, but I survived it, so that's what matters. Food. Yeah, so here's my little and sign. But I think I probably should go with the little letters for drink, because I don't know that my big letters are gonna fit. So there's a D. So tell me, are you doing glue book? Are you doing, what are you doing? There's a K, D, an R and an N. One of these days I'll separate these letters and numbers, but so, yeah, tell me, are you doing a glue book? Do you work in a random glue book? Do you have themed glue book? D-R. So I need an N. N. I think that's it. Well, I was hoping to use the big letters, but that's okay. We can use the little letters. D-R-I-N-K. And I'll fussy cut them out as well. I've seen several people do like themed like color, like a page of red, page of blue, you know. I've seen people do that, which is kind of cool. And I'm playing around with the idea of doing a black and white, but not just a black, overall black and white, not a black and white page, but a black and white glue book. I say I played around with it. I've got some images started that I really like that were really stark black and white, and I was like, oh, this would be cool in a black and white one. So I got that idea started and percolating, but I'm not committing to any of it yet. I am kind of committing to the food and drink. I just think it'll be fun. And I decided to commit to this as my big glue book because if I do the scavenger hunt, it'll be a kind of a small... I've got to watch the video. A friend of mine sent it to me. I've got to watch it to see exactly how it's set up, but I'm kind of thinking it's like a monthly thing. Like there's things that you find throughout the month, and then you do a page for the month. And if it's that, then it'll be a smaller glue book, obviously. And with that, I will, you know, we feel like we have to have a main something. We don't, but I'm sure you guys were looking at that thinking, what is she doing, cutting her finger off? But, you know, if you're going to commit and do the insides of these letters, then you got to do them all, no matter how small or tiny or painstaking they are. Right? Oh, that's rough. Drink. Ah, I love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it already. I am loving it already. Yeah, I saw this. I was not going to the store for a composition book or glue book or anything like that. I was going for something totally not even down that aisle, but why I ended up down that aisle, I don't know, other than the fact that I like paper and notebooks, and so we always have to see what they've got in their journals and notebooks and all that, so... But anyways, I saw it and I was like, okay, that's cute. And then I was like, okay, that's really cute for a food and drink glue book. So, oh, that is so cute. I love it. Are y'all loving it? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So let's see if we can get these plunked down. I'm trusting these stickers. They're like, as you saw, they're like for like the mailbox or whatever, house numbers or whatever. So they're, I don't say they're industrial, but they're legit stickers. So I'm trusting that they're gonna stick and stay. Oh, how cute is that? How cute is that? How cute is that? That is the way the Amazon is, right? Okay, well, you know. We'll work with it. It's the way it is on my book. Oh, come on. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about it. Now, why did I decide to do, you know, a really quote-unquote fancy cover on this one, and I just barely wrote on the other one? I don't know, but there you have it. I like it. It will be a fun one to play in for sure. Food and drink glue book. Now, where are we at on time? 20 minutes. Okay. We might could do a couple of pages. Let me just look through. This is my box that I have my food and drink stuff in. And let's just flip through. I think I've got some pages that are good for background. Some of them are going to have to be trimmed, of course, but and I've been back and forth trying to decide, okay, so this is food and drink. Is this food and drink that I will eat or that I like, or is it just all of it, or what is it? And I think it's just going to be an all-encompassing food or drink. I'm not a picky eater, but we're not gonna pick through and decide if I'll eat that or not. If it looks pretty and I like the picture of it, just like with any glue book, that's what we're gonna go with. Now, I started in the middle, and if any of you know doing glue books, it's best to start in the middle and work out, so you don't end up with a wonky, one-sided way about your book. And for my backgrounds, I am gluing to the paper, to the book. Boy, this glue is goopy. I'm gluing to the book. For my smaller pieces, I glue to the piece. Now I'm going to tuck that in there, smooth it out. This is a blood orange upside down cake, in case you needed to know that. And some of my bigger scissors for that. What I did with my Big Random book is sorry, my doors are open because the weather is oddly nice for December. And that's my neighbor. She's leaving. Because it doesn't matter what time of the day or night. If I put on my camera and my doors are open, she's gonna leave. I don't know. It just always happens that way. Anyways, as I was saying, in my Big Random glue book, if my pages overlapped, I just folded them over and glued them down as kind of an extra edging. Let's see here. We're going to do these two bright ones as the center. And I know that's upside down, but I want my sharp edge over to the side. Ugh, look how goopy that is. What is up with you, glue stick? Get right to my edges. And so what I'll do is I will first go through and do all my backgrounds. Some of them are going to just be solid food backgrounds. Some of them are just going to be solid color backgrounds that I can add food to. No rhyme or reason to it. I'm going to leave that edge flappy like that until I figure out what I'm going to put here. And then part of me feels like I can't believe I'm starting a new glue book. But I am. And I'm okay with that. I'm going to put that on there just because I want. Just because I want to. Just because we have it handy. Okay. Over a page, and we'll do cake. That's such a pretty page. The food pages, you can find them in like Southern Living, Better Homes and Garden, any sort of cooking food magazine, obviously. Ugh. It's a good thing this is almost out, because gross. Actually, it's out. Good. Move on, dude. These were just pieces that I had pulled out fairly recently. Said, oh, I love these as a background. Thinking for my big glue book, but this was before I decided to do a food book. For backgrounds, you want, obviously, some good color and some good pages, not to not with writing and all that. And, you know, these pages I can leave as is, or I can collage on them, because they are backgrounds. I have to kind of remember that. One of the things that I have to work on in my art is layering and covering things up. And I have to tell myself, these are backgrounds. We can cover them up. I struggle with that. Of all the things to struggle with, you'd think a collage artist wouldn't struggle with that. You'd think that would be kind of a okay thing to do. But I struggle with it. So, let me see. We got 2 more to do, and then I'll probably close this up. And again, out with the old 2024 glue book and in with the new. And I folded this over on this edge from the other page, and I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to glue over it. It's not like it's got a really pretty cool picture or whatever that we don't want to cover up. I'm going to come all the way down with that. I probably shouldn't have done all these reds and pinks together, but that's okay. Like I did in the the Big Random Gluebook, if I didn't fold over a page on the corner, I did washi tape on the edges of it to give me a clean edge. So I'll do that. You know, that was kind of a finishing touch kind of thing that I did. I can fold that over. It's kind of a finishing touch thing that I did when I got done with all my backgrounds. It's like I went through and made sure all my edges were sealed, basically. And I know that was upside down, but again, I needed my straight edge in the corner. Food and drink. Uh-oh. Went over on that one. That's okay. I'll just... Good thing this is the last page, because I'll leave it open instead of closing it. So what I'm talking about is my glue came over onto this page. And if I shut it, it will glue together. So I need to leave it open. That's okay, we can do that. Like I said, the first step of this is just kind of working in backgrounds, getting backgrounds down, and getting all my pages covered so I don't have blank pages to work with. I don't do well with blank pages. I'll sit and stare at them. So, with that, I'm going to have to collect some background pages. I'm going to have to dig through my magazine and see what I can find. But that's okay. I like to do that. So, okay. Again, I'm going to leave it open because of that. I'm going to leave that unglued for now. Leave that unglued for now, just because it's a pretty color blue that I can flip over. So, started in the middle, and I'm working outwards, you know, a little bit this side, a little bit that side, just so I kind of make a bloom instead of a wonky, if that makes any sort of sense. If you do glue books, you know what I'm talking about. So, anywho, thanks for joining me for this, again, out with the old, the closing of this glue book, and in with the new. I'm pretty pleased with this for my first glue book. I like it. It's chunky. It's heavy. I did do some clear packing tape on the spine just as an extra security, because again, it is pretty chunky. So thanks for joining me. I will, of course, into the new year, be doing more in the food and drink. This will be my main glue book. I've got to check out the scavenger hunt thing, see what that's all about. And once I figure that out and decide to do that or not, I will be back with a video about that. But here is to 2025 food and drink, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.